Class 5 Science Lesson number 1 Organ Systems. Good morning students. Today we are going to learn about organ systems. What is organ? Organ is made up of group of tissues. Many organs work together to complete a process is called organ system. There are so many organ systems in our body like digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system and excretory system. First, we will learn about digestive system. Food is made up of rice, pulses, vegetables, wheat, etc. These products have complex chemical compounds called carbohydrates, proteins and fats. These chemical compounds have to be converted into simpler molecules like glucose, amino acids and fatty acids. These compounds absorbed by blood and provide energy to our body. The process of conversion of complex food molecules into simpler molecules is called digestion. The digestive system divided into two. One is digestive tract and second is digestive gland. First, digestive tract extending from mouth to anus. The length of digestive tract is 6 to 9 meters. Starts from mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx that is food pipe, esophagus, stomach that is food bag, small intestine, large intestine and anus. There are some organisms which live in the digestive systems of animals. They are called endoparasites. Example, tapeworm, ascaris. Digestive glands. Many organs involved in the secretion of digestive enzymes. In that, 3 glands are very important for digestion. They are salivary glands, pancreas and liver. Our mouth secretes water-like substance known as saliva. Saliva is secreted by 3 pairs of salivary glands, parotid gland which is near to the ears, sublingual below the tongue and submandibular below the mandibles. They secrete 1.5 liters of saliva every day. Saliva contains amylase enzyme which convert starch into glucose. So, the digestion starts from the mouth. Pancreas located below stomach. It produces pancreatic juice which involves the digestion of fat, proteins and carbohydrates. Liver produces bile juice for digestion of fat. We are going to learn about respiratory system. The respiratory system provides oxygen to the tissues of the body and removes carbon dioxide from the tissues. There are 3 major parts forming the respiratory system: airway, lungs and muscles of respiration. Airway. The airway includes nostrils, which is the external opening of nose. Then nasal cavity. The nose is known as the nasal cavity. Then pharynx. Pharynx is a food pipe which starts from the mouth and connect to the airway. Then larynx. Larynx is known as windpipe. Trachea. Trachea is a flexible tube connected with the larynx. The trachea is divided into bronchi and lungs. The airway carries air between the lungs and the surrounding atmosphere. That is, this airway carries the air from the outside to the lungs. The lungs. Lungs are the primary organs of respiratory system because in the lungs only they exchange the oxygen and carbon dioxide. They are paired and cone-shaped organs. They are located near the backbone on both sides of the heart. The bronchi is divided into bronchioles. The bronchioles ended on the alveoli. That alveoli is a bubble-like structure which involves in the gaseous exchange. In the alveoli, they exchange the oxygen to the tissues and they carries the carbon dioxide to the bronchioles. Last, muscles of respiration. Muscles of respiration includes diaphragm. It is a sheet which separates thoracic cavity, that is chest, from the abdomen, and intercostal muscles. These are the muscles present between rib cage and the lungs. They act as pump and push the air into and out of the lungs during breathing. So, when we breathe polluted air, it contains so many poisonous gases, they cause cancer to our body. So, we should avoid polluted air for breathing.
We are going to see the topic circulatory system. Which organ pumps blood to our body? Heart. Good. We are going to learn the circulatory system and structure of heart. In this system, blood is circulated to transport oxygen and nutrients to every part of the body. Circulatory system consists of the following: heart, blood vessels. Now we are going to see the structure of heart. The heart is a hollow muscular organ which is conical in shape. It is covered with double-walled membrane called pericardium. The space between the membrane is filled with pericardial fluid. The pericardial fluid protects the heart from shock. Heart is placed inside the thoracic chamber, rib cage, in between the two lungs. The heart is divided into four chambers. The two upper chambers are called auricles. The two lower chambers are called ventricles. The upper and lower chamber of the heart are separated by a muscular wall or tissue known as auriculoventricular septum of the heart. The right side of the heart receives deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body and pumps it to the lungs for oxygenation. The left side of the heart receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and pumps it into different parts of the body. Next, we are going to see the blood. So, normally, human adult has 4 to 5 liters of blood. So, it regulates the water level and body temperature. Blood transport nutrients, oxygen, waste, and hormones. Blood is pumped throughout the body by the heart. It takes oxygen to tissues and cells and finally reaches the lungs to take oxygen again. And next we are going to see the blood vessels. Blood vessels consist of arteries and veins. Arteries carry oxygenated blood and veins carry deoxygenated blood, except pulmonary artery which carries deoxygenated blood from the heart, and except pulmonary vein which carries oxygenated blood to the heart. Going to see the topic excretory system. What are the waste substance comes out from your body? Sweat, urine. Good. Today we are going to see the excretory system. Excretory system removes the waste product from the body. It also regulates water and electrolyte balance. Kidneys, lungs, liver and skin together function as excretory organs. Excretory organs consist of the following: kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder. Now we are going to see the structure of kidney. The kidney filters the blood to remove waste and produce urine. The kidney are a pair of dark red bean-shaped organs placed behind the abdomen on either side of the vertebral column. The average adult kidney measures about 12 cm in length, 6 cm in width and 3 cm in thickness. Right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney because of the organ liver. Each kidney is covered by a fibrous membrane called capsule. The kidneys are made up of millions of excretory units called nephrons. Nephrons are the structural and functional unit of the kidneys. Next, ureters. Two ureters connect the kidney with the urinary bladder. Urine from each kidney reaches the urinary bladder through the ureters. And the next is a urinary bladder. It is a sac-like in shape and acts as a temporary storage organ of urine. Urine entering the urinary bladder from the ureters slowly fills the hollow space inside the bladder. Urine is expelled from the body through the urethra. Every minute, kidney receives approximately 1.25 liters of blood. We are going to learn an interesting and amazing organ in our body. What is this? It's a pencil. How you know it is a pencil? When you see an object, the eyes carry the impulses into your brain through nerves, and the brain gives a command that it is a pencil. Then only you can say it is a pencil. The nervous system. The system that controls all the system of your body is nervous system. Nervous system is an integration of nerves and specialized cells called neurons. The human nervous system is divided into the following: central nervous system, that is CNS, and peripheral nervous system, that is PNS. Now we are going to learn the central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves. Now we are going to learn the brain. We use our brain to think, read, and write. The brain is covered by three membranes called meninges. They are dura mater, arachnoid membrane, pia mater. The brain is kept in a bony case called cranium or skull. It is made up of 8 immovable bones. The brain is made up of millions of functional units called neurons. Human brain is divided into 3 major parts: forebrain, cerebrum, midbrain, cerebellum, hindbrain, medulla oblongata. Now we are going to learn the forebrain, cerebrum. The forebrain consists of cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. It is the largest part of the brain. It is the center of human memory. It is responsible for intelligence, imagination, and reasoning. Average weight of human brain is 1.300 kg. Next, we are going to learn the midbrain, cerebellum. It lies behind the cerebrum. It coordinates the movements of the muscles of the body. It helps to maintain the balance of the body. Next, we are going to learn the medulla oblongata. The hindbrain comprises of pons and medulla oblongata. It is also called the brainstem. It is called vital knot because it controls breathing, heartbeat, and other involuntary muscles. It connects the brain to the spinal cord. Now we are going to learn the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long tube-like structure which extends from the brain. It lies within the backbone of our body. And then next we are going to see the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system consists of nerves extending from the spinal cord to all parts of the body. It is made up of 2 parts. One is somatic nervous system and the other one is autonomous nervous system. Somatic nervous system carries sensation from the organs to the brain and take messages from the brain to the organs for movement. Autonomous nervous system controls the nerves of the inner organ of the body. The brain needs continuous supply of oxygen for better functioning. The brain loses the ability to function when it does not get oxygen for more than 4 minutes. Enough sleep and healthy food increases the efficiency of our brain.
Okay students, you will see the evaluation part in the next video. Thank you.